Good morning from Glasgow, everyone. It is almost 1 o'clock, and I am very, very tired. I am Robblehead, and I'll be your host for this last run, which is Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, who will be done by the one and only yoshichief. But before you start, yoshichief, I have one question for you. Is it yoshichief or is it yoshichief?
I mean, let's go with yoshichief, although it's fine, doesn't really matter.
I'll stick with yoshichief.
Yeah.
Chat, you tell me what you think. And Digimoogle, you're not allowed to go to bed.
Oh. Alright, thank you, Robble. Hello, I'm yoshichief. I am a big sort of Resident Evil and other game speedrunner. I'm your local member of STARS, and we have for you tonight Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, the original one. A couple of notes before I start with this. This is a very RNG heavy run, so I'm going to be saying the letters RNG a lot. Things can go right, things can go wrong, and everything in between. I'm also going to have a quick little donation incentive for myself. Because there are various puzzles, enemy configurations, and item configurations that can be favorable or unfavorable to me. If I get the worst RNG on each of the things I will note down, I will give £3 for each of those. And it has to be the worst RNG. So got that going for me. And I also have almost 90 different saves in nearly every room in the game, because at any point in the run, the game can decide, nah, not today, and will destroy the run for you. So shouldn't need them, but they're there, just in case. So, I'm going to go in. I'll start the game, but don't start the timer yet. The timer will begin when gameplay itself actually begins. I'm going to select the STARS costume, because why not? So I'm going to count you in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, start. So we have our first room. There's really not much to it. You just start, you break away from your apartment, and you go forward. Just run towards a zombie. Allow the zombie to grab you, because you can try and dodge, but it will not save any time, and your health will refill at the end of the segment anyway. So yeah, like I said, so there is a lot of RNG in this game, but the goals of the game in other Resident Evil speedruns remains the same. Movement tech, inventory management, and enemy management. Those are the three main things you need to concern yourself with. We're going to be going through this. Now, Robble, how much do you know about the basement?
I don't know anything about the basement, but I don't like the sound of the basement.
So the basement is the most notorious part for high-level speedrunners. It is the most reset point in basically the entire game. So I'm going to explain how this is as soon as we get closer to there. First, we have to go in this warehouse to pick up the warehouse key and then leave. This is essentially a way of, hey, you need to get a key item, and the key item's right next to you. Hooray! The text is also in Japanese, as you may have noticed. That's because the scroll speed is a lot faster in Japanese, and there's less characters to display, so it's definitely fast. So this is the basement. First, you have to go in the door, get it to open, and then immediately leave, so you reset the zombies. There are 2 zombies next in the top of the stairs and 1 near the bottom, and you just have to hope that they play nice. Ooh, so far so good. Okay, so far so good. Move faster, there's 2.
Are we praying to RNGesus?
That one got me, and nearly got me again, but, ooh, wow, he's just not going to fall down, is he? Okay, and he's going up, and wow, that was a 1-byte basement, which is incredibly good. 2-byte basement is good and ideal, but I got 1 there, which is like, hardly ever happens, so I'm really, really happy with that. Oh, and then, of course, I ruined that bad luck by running into that very easily little zombie there. One thing to note about zombies. Any zombie in the entire game, and I literally mean any zombie, has the chance to do what's known as turboing, which essentially means they double their run speed, and they can walk towards you, and they can grab you, and it's not fun.
Is that completely random?
Yeah, any random, any number of zombies can do it. It's, yeah, it just won't play nice.
That sounds like terrifying fun.
Absolutely. So we're coming up to our first little bit of RNG in which potential money is on the line here. We're coming up to a gate where I need to combine the empty lighter and the lighter fluid in order to open the gate. Best scenario is there's no cutscene at all. Worst scenario is the cutscene plays before I use the lighter, but it looks like we're getting the middle option where there's a cutscene after I use the lighter, so we're fine. It's middle RNG, middle of the
You get away with it this time.
Got away with it this time, but that's the first of many.
I'm keeping note.
So we're going to be going up to the RPD where we get to meet the titular Nemesis character, but we are doing any %, so we don't need to fight him at this point. However, this is our first live selection where we either fight the monster or enter the RPD. You actually have to select fight the monster, which is the top option, in order for you to basically get into the RPD faster than the cutscene would. Second RNG is in this room here. Do we have a zombie on the floor or not? We do not. Cool. The zombie on the floor is nicknamed Neymar because he likes to lie on the floor a lot. Now we have our locker here. There are 4 different locker combinations. First one failed. We're going to try the second one. Going to try the third one. 5, 1. Hey, very, very close to being the worst RNG there. So
Just about got away with that one.
Yeah, 3 out of 4, which is, you know, again, not too ideal. Oh, and then done zombie Grammy. Very good. But hey, we survived. Now we have our second notorious reset of the entire run. Whether you get the grenade launcher or the Magnum. Unfortunately, the Magnum in the speedrun is absolutely useless. You do not want to get the Magnum, you want to get the grenade launcher.
So do we have to restart the whole run if you get the Magnum?
No.
Right now?
No.
I can stay up all night. It's too. I don't need sleep now. It's
yeah,
fine.
It doesn't matter. We have the grenade launcher.
Okay.
Yes. Essentially, it's because the grenade launcher uses different ammunition, which is incredibly useful. And the Magnum, while powerful in a casual run, it's too slow and it doesn't really stun enemies as much as you like. So, we have what we need. Nemesis drops in. Hello. Then we go in and grab the blue gem before we leave, and then we have to get out of here. I'll have to make my way through the next few parts. There's not really much to kind of mention around here. So, Robble, if there are any messages or anything you want to say, now is a good time to do so.
Do I want to say stuff? Not particularly. I'm very, very tired. But I will say stuff because that's what I'm here to do. We have 2 donations coming in. First, we have £20 from Lady Lazuli, who says, "Ayo Yoshi, I've woken up at the perfect time. We are having a watch party and all sending you all the love. You got this. Much love, your fave goat Laz." And we also have 10 coming in from Glenn Topher. "Greetings 1 AM Sunday crew." Thank you. Good luck with the run. Looking forward to it. P.S. I say Yoshi the same way as Robble. Thank you, Glenn. Thank you, Glenn. And we also have, just as I'm reading those out, we have £10 more coming in from Snack Pigeon. I recognise that name. "I like the sound of the basement." No, you don't. "Sounds pretty safe and comfy." No, it's not. Also, payment for 2 hits. You, should have been 1. Shaking my head. Oh, well, these things happen, Snack Pigeon. I'll also take this opportunity to bring up a little incentive that me and yoshichief have been working on behind the scenes. If we're pretty close to 1,700 at the moment. If we hit that goal, there is a particular part in this game where yoshichief needs complete silence to be able to beat it. If we hit 1,700, I will interrupt that silence by saying nice things about HUD 601. Balls in your court, chat. Enjoy.
It will mess me up, but hey, it's for charity, so it's all good.
And it won't mess me up? Do you realise what I have to say?
No, not yet.
Nice things about HUDs. I'm gonna go all Bobby Noggin on this.
So, thank you so much, Robble, for all those messages. A couple of things you missed while it was happening. We got through a new enemy, the Drain Demos. It's pretty nasty. Done some pretty decent dodges, except for the one zombie in what's known as the Rare Dodge Alley. And we'd done another live selection where it was either go to the basement of the restaurant, which we did, or try and use something against Nemesis to get him to drop down. We don't want the second option because otherwise Nemesis will get back up and chase us. So we do not want that. We chosen to go down and go through the gutter there. Now we are in the Raccoon Press, the journalism part, where we have to get the green gem. Just going up here, over the door, and then in the corridor. Oh, and I have been too slow, so the zombie over there is going to try and enter, and oh, okay, I managed to get out anyway. That zombie, see that zombie that went out the door there? That one turboed. It was trying to grab me, but no, not going to get me this time. So, the main aim of the Raccoon City portion of the game is to get to the cable car and get all the necessary MacGuffins to get it to run, because it's broken down at the moment. We are almost at the cable car. We just need to place these 2 gems there. So, a couple things to note. Oops, I pressed A once. While we're doing this. You can skip doors in this game. But you have to skip them in particular ways, because if you keep on just immediately skipping, you will actually lose a little bit of time here and there. So the way to optimize door skipping is, if you know the next room is going to change its music, you wait a little bit. If it's going to be exactly the same, you skip immediately. It will take a bit of time to sort of get used to, but like the more you do it, the more you remember. And you can go through there. We are on the way to the next part. We want dogs instead of zombies. We have dogs, nice. That is because dogs are just easier to run past as opposed to zombies, in which case you need to blow up the barrels there.
You're dodging a lot of these RNGs.
Yes, because I've given Robble a little list of the things I'm gonna mention it, and so far I've been pretty darn lucky into not encountering any of those. So Carlos just gave me a satchel which allows 2 additional inventory slots right off the bat for free, which is excellent. Now we have got the wrench. We're going to need that later. Oh no, the doggies tried to get a bite. Got a little bite there, but it's all okay. We are moving through. Going back through, the zombies that were on the ground will now start to wake up, and one will burst from the car like this. No. So how this works is, if you get grabbed by a zombie at any point and another one is right next to you, you'll automatically perform a dodge, so you won't get ganged up on, basically. Now in this room, a door will open. Ideally, I want to get grabbed and then push every zombie onto the floor. I almost managed to do that. I think I might be able to get away with getting past the one that stood up there. Let's see. Yes, absolutely. So that was the ideal room here. 1 bite and go through the rest. So with this stone book that I picked up, we're going to have to go a little bit of back and forth here. We're going to go towards where the fountain is. To replace the stone book, I pick up the stone circle thing. I don't know what the item name is actually called, because I've played this in the Japanese language way too much. I haven't actually played this in English in a long time.
You mean you can't read that?
No.
Oh.
I am not a connoisseur in the language, I'm afraid. So we're going back here. We're going back into the Rare Dodge Alley. See the zombie here, move to the left, go to the right, have a little dodge there, move to the right, hopefully he moves there. 3rd zombie near the staircase, so he won't grab, because any zombies that are near staircases will never grab you. They'll always try and vomit instead, and you can easily do that, avoid that even. Doggo spawned in there, that's not nice. Ooh, okay, good. So we have to put the circle thing, move there. I'm gonna pop a couple bullets up to get that zombie in bay. Get the battery. Try and leave. See if I do it. Okay, I got grabbed. Nice. Okay, one grab again. You can do this with 0 grabs this time, but 1 is fine. 1 is okay. Gonna move past. Whoop. Now this one I have to try and dodge. Nope. The way you dodge in this is you have to either press the aim button when the zombie's about to attack you, or while you're aiming, press the action button. It is very finicky. Don't try and rely on it. I mean, if you are able to do it, great. But I do expect to get grabbed quite a bit. Got the Drain Demons trying to get me here. Next bit of RNG is I want the zombies in this next room to spawn near the elevator and not near the building. Let's see what happens. They are in front of the elevator, which is good because that means all the zombies there will vomit and not grab, which is good. So, because we have the grenade launcher, already. If we had the Magnum in the police station, this area is where the grenade launcher is. As it is, we only have to do red, blue, blue, blue to open the door with the fuse, because that is a required item. And we need nothing else, so we can just go in, grab the fuse, and then leave. But when we do... Oh no! More zombies! This life selection is use the emergency exit or fry the zombies. We're going to use the emergency exit, because that's just faster. And then, who waits outside for us but Nemesis? Now here I'd like to do a tiny bit of a little tune. Twinkle, twinkle, little... Thank you so much, Bok Pursuit, for that joke. Shout-outs to Bok Pursuit. So now we have one of the MacGuffins for the cabin. Nemesis will start to chase us, but as long as you don't run into walls or anything, you should... Oh, there's another turbo zombie. 2 turbos! Those were 2 turbo zombies there. Woo! Ooh, game's trying to make me trip up a little bit
You
there.
need to have a bit of bad RNG. You're dodging all of these incentives.
Yeah. Well, the next one is the pharmacy, which is coming up. But before we get to the pharmacy, Rubble, do you have any nice messages for us?
I do. I'd like to remind everybody that we have another incentive for tomorrow. The Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Rita's Rewind. For the runner will complete the run in Power Rangers cosplay. So while yous are all donating and trying to get me to say nice things about HUDs, don't forget to add it towards these donations. Speaking of donations,
Ooh.
we have a £10 donation coming in from Grimmy Hunter.
Ooh.
So glad I got to catch this run. We are all cheering for you right now. Good luck and have fun, Yoshi.
I will definitely have fun. Thank you, Granny.
And additionally, we have £30 coming in from Lady Lazuli. I hear there was an incentive. Make it so. You didn't hear anything, by the way.
Ooh.
All the love from Lazuli, Grimmy, Lazy, Willow, Jet, Boog, Brood, and Blue. Less than 3.
Less than 3, right?
And
back at
with
you.
that, we have reached £1,700 raised total. So we only need to now reach £1,800, and I will interrupt Yoshi during the scene where he needs silence and say nice things about HUDs. Yes, these goalposts are on wheels. Back to you, Yoshi.
And we just had best RNG in the pharmacy puzzle. We needed to use either Safsprin, Adravil, or Aquacure, and I got Safsprin straight off the bat. So another good RNG for me. Hooray, hooray.
At least you're getting good RNG. Someone's having a good run. Someone's having a good time.
Now there's a bunch of zombies. Unfortunately, the only really thing you can do is just go and push again. Dodge again. Come on, get out. I'm going to wait until I get out this building before I heal myself. Ooh. I did the dodge, but then the one in the back got me. So I've got first aid spray here, so I'm going to use that. And we are out. We have almost got all the MacGuffins. We've got 2 more MacGuffins to go. So for right now, we are going to go back the way we came. Away from the pharmacy, we have to go to the one with the parked cars. Oh, there we go. Instead, where all the parked cars are, there's a bunch of wires we need to grab. That's the next thing we need to get. Here's some Drain Doomer / Brain Suckers. They usually try and grab me there, but this is fine. Sometimes, in this room here, where you see the blue and green herbs, sometimes it's just blue herbs, and sometimes it's blue and green. It's nice when you have the green herbs spawn there. So Just gonna, yep, just double checking my inventory just in case. So we have the wires. Pick them up, and then, oh no, boxes are falling. What do we do? Another life selection. Top option is get out of the way. Bottom option is fall down the hole. There is no reason to pick the second option because all you do, it just sets you two rooms back. So yeah, no reason to pick that. By the way, there is actually, oh no, that one turboed. That one turboed on me. There is actually a third option in all of those life selections where you do absolutely nothing, but there's no benefit to doing that, except for if you're doing Nemesis %. But we're not doing that here. So same thing in the rare dodge alley. Move through, do the dodge. This time we go into the save room because we have a rusted crank. Got to pick that up. Now's the time to do it. If the zombie's next to the wall, you can just move fine. Now we're going to try what's known as the Ronaldinho dodge, where you go, hug the right wall, go in, go through, and one of the zombies there was supposed to immediately try and grab me when I went through that doorway, but he decided, nah, not today. So didn't do that dodge, but it is fine. We have the gas station here. So this is where you use the rusted crank, but then, oh no, it broke off. What do we do? The second use of the wrench right there. Don't do what I did on a practice run. You get prompted at this point to throw away the wrench. Don't select no. Please don't. You'll keep it in your inventory and you'll be sad. There we go. Now, who likes the game lights out? Because that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to pick up this first aid spray for safety. And then we have to try and light up the lighted panel 3 times. We got that one. We got C. And then... there we go.
When you said lights out, I was thinking of a different game. I'm too tired for this. It's 1 a.m.
It is indeed. I'm a little bit tired too, but don't worry. The adrenaline of running this game is what's keeping me going. Gas station destroyed. We have all the MacGuffins we need. So now we just have to get to the cable car, but oh no, Nemesis is here. Just go to his left. He will always, whenever he does not have the rocket launcher, he'll always attack using his right arm. So just go around his left, and you'll be fine. Now, here is my personal run, one of my personal run killers coming up. The first encounter of the worm. You don't actually have to fight the worm here, but if you're not careful, because it takes away a lot of HP each time it hits you, and if you're not careful, you will easily perish. But what you're supposed to do is there are a couple of panels where you hit the switches, hit the first one there, hit the second one there. Come on. No, I didn't want you to appear there. Right, I'm playing this ultra safe, by the way, because you do not want the worm to appear in that particular hole until... right, here we go. There we go. Okay, so I lost a little bit of time to try and get the worm to spawn in a different place, but it's better safe than sorry, because if you try and get that ladder while the worm is in that hole, it will grab you, and you will not like it. So, yeah, better safe than sorry there. We are now ready to leave. Go in there, and we have to put all of our MacGuffins here. So there's the fuse, there's the wire, and then we mix the oil and put that in there, and there we go. Now we have to start the cable car. Hi, Carlos. You're with us here. Then we have to go back, because, oh no, we heard something. Mikhail. Hi, Nemesis. Stop following us. All right, so, chat and audience, I need your help here, because I want the next bit to give me a really good item which involves powders. It's known as early powders. We do not want late powders, so we want early powders. Early powders.
Early powders.
Yes.
Early powders.
Select the top option here again, so that Jill jumps out the window. As you do. So, if we have early powders, it will be in this very room here. Let us find out. Early powders, there they are. So you want that because you need to fill your inventory up with all of those powders and the key item so that you then get to skip an unskippable cutscene. And then you get to make freeze rounds later, which is great. So pick up all of those. Then I'm going to combine 2 of those to get that ready, because I want to keep the first aid spray I have with me. There's the key item. And we're through. So this room here, that's where the unskippable cutscene is, and I just skipped it. Then a little bit of inventory. Combine those, combine the C's to make the double C's, combine the double C's to the thing to make the grenade rounds, and then swap the rounds out, and now you have freeze rounds ready to go. Robble, do you have a message or two to read out while I get the other key items in here?
I do. First, I want to call out a few people. Arbalist, what does that mean? And Shallow, no, I'm in the middle of work. We're not doing that. And I'd also like to read out your donation, Shallow, seeing as you've made one. Shallow has donated £7, and he has made the bid towards the Power Rangers cosplay. Thank you, Shallow. And he says, Yo, she. This goes towards the... This goes towards the HUD's incentive.
Oh.
Thank you, Shallow. Thank you very much. I'd also like to remind everybody that while you're donating, you are donating to Crisis, which is a charity that is dedicated to putting an end to homelessness for good. So keep it up, and let's see if we can reach that 1,800, where I'll have to say nice things about HUD 601.
So, good news and bad news. Bad news, we have had our first £3 earlier. When we walked up those stairs, we heard Nemesis roar. Sometimes he will roar and cost you 2 seconds, other times he will not. But, good news, in this clock tower puzzle here, the solution is always the same. I pressed that one accidentally twice. But the starting positions of the pegs are randomized. You can do as little as 1 change or as maximum of 6 changes, and I only needed to do a 1 change, which is fantastic. But yeah, we do have £3 on the board officially because Nemesis decided to scare us for 2 seconds.
I've taken note. You're not getting away with it, don't worry. Pen and paper right here.
Right, we have the 2 keys. We now have to combine those. There we go. And then, oh no, Nemesis. Hi. We have another life selection. Either use the lights or use the cables. Use the lights so that Nemesis doesn't spawn again. And then we have spooders. A spooder warning for a little bit, by the way, because, yeah, they're nasty. And, you know, there are some people who are a little bit frightened of them, which is understandable. They do poison you as well if you're not careful. We do not want poison. Next puzzle, we have... Oh, that is another £3, I'm afraid, for me, because the starting position of the clock face that you'll see in a second is randomized, and the best scenario for me to have is starting at 11 o'clock, but the worst is 5 o'clock, which this one started. So yeah, that is another £3 on the board. For 5 o'clock, our solution from right to left is amber, obsidian, and crystal. We want the middle clock to strike 12. That's the goal. The reason why it's worst RNG is that amber on the right side moves the clock hand by 6 whole hours, and that takes a little bit of time. We do have the gold cog though, which is all good. Spiders, do not poison me, please. Thank you. Because this is... So normally, I wouldn't get this, but because it's a marathon run, I'm going to spend a couple of extra seconds getting another first aid spray here, because we will have to do a mandatory boss fight with Nemesis very soon, and if you're not careful, you will get absolutely wrecked. And that's no good. Back to the top room here, where we pick up the silver cog. Then move over to the clock face, equip the grenade launcher, combine the cogs, use the cog, and we ring the bell because that is when a helicopter will supposedly come and grab us, but unfortunately Nemesis will put a stop to that. Now we have the mandatory boss fight of Clock Tower Nemesis. We ideally need to use all 10 of our freeze rounds to stop him. Let's see what happens. I'm using a technique called quick shooting, Oh, you know what? I'm actually gonna use a first aid spray here for safety. Okay, good. If you mash the aim button while holding down the action button, you get to fire your grenade launcher faster. And that's it. That's a good fight. That is a very good fight. I'm very pleased with that.
Nice.
Sometimes he will try and spam rockets at you, and that's not good. So we are now pretty much halfway through the game. We will now temporarily play as Carlos because Jill has been infected with the T-virus at this point, and Carlos will need to try and get a vaccine to give to Jill. We are going to equip the handgun to run a little bit faster, and we'll have to make our way to the hospital, who happens to have facilities to make the vaccine really, really quickly. Don't ask how that works. It's Resident Evil. You can make these things quickly. Now, there is a small chance with this version and the patch I'm using for the game to actually crash opening the following door. So what I'm going to do to try and mitigate this is to not skip it at all. So I'm just going to pray, hope for the best. I do have a save just in case it does crash.
I was going to say if it crashes, we could go to bed.
No, it does not crash. We're all good. So when that's just rude. When I open the next door, you will see a Dino Crisis poster for about a few seconds, and you'll never be able to see it again. And there it is, on the left, and it's gone.
I miss it. Can you show it again?
Unfortunately, the camera angle never comes back.
Oh.
that's what you get. This is a hunter beta. Hunter betas are bad because not only are they very fast and will stun lock you if you're not careful, if your health is 100 or lower, which puts you into caution, it can do an instant kill attack where it will, basically charge up and will swipe at your head. And it doesn't matter if it starts the attack and then you heal, it will complete the attack. And if you get hit, you will perish. So, next bit of RNG is where will the zombies spawn on this hospital? They will spawn somewhere. We do not want it to spawn on the 4th floor, which we're going to. Let's see what happens. We're good. Alright, so we do not want zombies spawning here because we have to go through corridors here. So we skip a cutscene here, we pick up the key, and now we have the 3rd most notorious reset point in high-level speedrunning, what's known as YOLO Carlos. There is a room where you have to push a cabinet, and the puzzle solution, normally in the casual play, is in the other room, but you have to go to the other room, and it's slow. There are 4 different positions, but depending on which way the cabinet is facing, it's really a 1 in 2 chance of you getting this right, rather than a 1 in 4. The back is facing, so we have to push it that way. I am hoping it is going to be in the corner there, closest to us. If it buzzes us... so that is another 3, I'm afraid. So as you can see,
adding up now for you.
So you can kind of see why this is a big reset point, because if you do get zapped, you have to exit the room, re-enter the room, and we got the absolute worst one we could have, the back facing and in the left corner, and the code, when you enter the safe, the code is static for each corner. So the code for this particular corner is 104. So I got 104'd, and that feels bad. But there we go. That's the way it goes. So this is one half of the vaccine. I think that is the vaccine base, if I remember correctly. Now we go to the basement. Now, will the zombies spawn in the basement? Let's see. Ideally, I want them to. There we go. Yep. We definitely want them to.
Are you being serious when you say you want them to?
So it's because, see that explosive device on the wall there? On the way back, the zombies will be near there, and I'll just get to blow them up.
Oh, okay.
Ow.
I want that now too.
Yeah.
See how you turned me? I wasn't a believer, but now I'm a believer.
But do you believe in Joe Hendry?
Kind
that is
of.
The question. Kind of. Needs to be yes. Now, don't worry about the water draining and those hunter gammas just standing there. Nothing will happen. They'll just chill. They'll just be asleep. The puzzle here is always static. It's always 1, 3, and A. One of the few puzzles that actually does not rely on RNG in the slightest, which is amazing. So we have the last bit of vaccine. That's the vaccine medium. Now we have to go back to Jill. Oh. They broke out. Who could have seen this coming?
I didn't.
Okay, so we're still on fine. So yeah, aim, fire, boom. That is all the zombies taken care of. You know what? I'm gonna, because I think I'm close to caution, and we have to go by a couple of hunters here. I'm just gonna preemptively use my heal now, because I do not. Okay, we're good. We're good. I just did not. I didn't trust that at all. Suddenly they're bombs, and you have 6 seconds to get out. Don't know why, because that's what you do. That's literally what you do, just go to the door. Right, now we have to go back to Jill. But something is afoot. Who could be crawling around the ceiling there? Also, there are worms here for some reason. Oh, I don't like that enemy spawn there, because they can get in the way. Just like that. Move out the way, please. Oh my goodness. Oh,
What exactly
wow.
are they?
They are Drain Demos, and they're like spider kind of things. They're very nasty. Some of them can poison you. Anyway, here's Nemesis. I nearly ran into him. That was bad. Fun fact, this very room here, if you let Nemesis just whack at the door here, you'll actually open the door and kill Jill. You don't want that, though. There's the vaccine. Now we wake Jill up, and we get to play as Jill again. Hooray!
Woo.
Our first and only trip to the item box to swap the gunpowder bullet machine for the knife, because we now need the knife for the rest of the game. Hi, Nemesis. Bye, Nemesis. Right, so move forward here. We go through. Oh no, there. Go through the green door. Now I'm going to examine this corpse here for some extra grenade rounds. Hi, Nemesis. So, now we are on to the park stage of the speedrun. Clock tower's done, hospital's done, now we have to go to the park. If we have to enter the park, we need the park key. Here is the park key.
I like the park. Can we go to the park?
We are going to the park right now.
Is it a nice park?
I'd say so. Now we have 2 bits of RNG fests in a row. So the first room, we want hunters and not zombies. We get hunters, good. Now, the next room, we want dogs and not hunters. We have hunters. That is another 3.
I got it.
So, unfortunately, the reason why we don't want hunters is that hunters in a closed space means you can get killed very, very easily. But you want hunters in this room because there are 4 zombies that spawn in there instead, and they're very difficult to dodge around. It's actually easier to dodge these particular hunters.
You don't want hunters, but do you want a £10 donation?
Yeah.
From
yeah,
Xenon
absolutely.
Slayer, who says, I hope Argic has brought his Rita Repulsa costume for this incentive, and has gone towards the Power Rangers cosplay. Thank you very much.
Very good. I accidentally pressed the wrong button there because I was very trigger happy.
Was that my fault? I'll take full responsibility.
That's it. So you needed to swap the colors of the cogs around. There we go. That's in fact, yeah, it even shows there. Refer to the illustration to drain the pool. We have now drained the pool, and we are now gonna go to the outhouse after we go through the sewers down below here. Let's see, there's no enemies in this part yet. So we're gonna go up. We're gonna go up the ladder, and oh my goodness, zombies coming out the ground? What is this? What is this, a horror film? So, gonna use that. Get rid of the key, and first we need to grab this metal pole here. Then we have 2 yellow gunpowders. We need those in order to create acid rounds. Go near the fireplace, and then we have combine the powders with the grenades, get 12 acid rounds, equip that, and then equip the light, and then use the lighter. And that is the last use of the lighter.
Real quick, chat, can you spam a few more of those Argic Rita Repulsa emotes? Mike thinks they're hilarious.
Make the PP grow. Absolutely. So we have to use the pole to get those bricks out the way. And you know what? I'm going to get extra grenade launcher ammo just because I can. Then we have the keyring. That's the thing required to leave. But then a cutscene brings you closer and you have to try and leave again.
I'm quite impressed.
Thank you. I am impressed with this run too. We have. You don't have to do this, but there is a first aid spray in the save room here, and at this point, I'm just like, I want to have all the safety heals that I can get.
Safety net, it's a good idea.
So we are now fighting the worm for real. You can get this in one cycle. I've never done it yet, so let's see if I can.
GG's on the emotes, by the way, chat. Thank you very much.
I was actually very close. I think I dropped one input. Ow. I dropped one input there. I could have done it. Ow, ow. That did a bit of damage there. Oh, there we go. There we go. Now I'm doing it. It should be one more acid round. Or it could be 3 for some reason.
3, yeah.
It's all good, though. It's all good. Now we need... I've equipped the knife, because ultimately that's the only thing we need for the rest of the game. I'm going to climb up this. Because I got hit again by... Oh, hello, Speeder. We got hit again by the worm, which I was not super comfortable with. So what I'm going to do, again... Because we have hunters to run past, I'm going to pick up an extra green herb and use it right then and there. Because again, if you go to caution and you do not have a health item on hand, you are in very big trouble. So I'm just going to do that, use that. And then we'll make our way through the rest of the park. Wait here a little bit so the zombie gets through the stairs so that it will do the vomit attack instead of the grab. Go past these hunters, so those hunters should be fine. Oh, ow. It's the next room. This room is what I'm a little bit worried about. Let's see. Yeah, good. If they jump over you, you actually want that. Ooh. That hunter being right on the right there, I do not like, but okay. Woo, we made it. We made it. And Nemesis makes a very interesting entrance. I'm not going to say why. And then we have this life selection actually determines the ending of the game. Bad ending is faster, so you want the top option to enter the dead factory into the front doors. The bottom option will have you go into the sewer part down below. But that's slower, basically. So we have yet another first aid spray, which I'm going to grab. And then one of the keys we need. So the way to get past the dead factory is you have to open 2 parts in order to enter the penultimate boss room. First part is you have to do like a little puzzle to get through the steam. But if you press these 2 buttons and then mash the action button trying to get through the steam, you are able to reach that button on the other side, even though you're not supposed to. So we've done that. Part 1 done. Then we just press the buttons again to get our way back out. Then, go through the save room, go back to the middle room here, enter this door. Now, you have to do this very specifically. Go in, grab the Mo disc, then leave, and then re-enter the door, because that will reposition the zombies of this room so that you're able to go through to the elevator. Now, final bits of little RNG stuff coming up. First, the enemy configuration of the sewer part. I want little harmless worms. I do not want hunters, because hunters can end the run. And it's worms! Okay, good. Literally, if you have hunters in this room, I will just use the grenade launcher to kill them, because otherwise you will have a bad time. Now, we have probably one of the hardest puzzles to do casually, the water puzzle. But for this, it will have 4 different starting positions. Let's see what the starting position is here. It is high empty, which is best RNG. You have either high empty, high low, or medium empty, and that's referring to what the first white squares on the top left show. High empty is the best RNG because all you need to press is A, right once, then B, right once, and then C, left twice. And that should be that.
That is the last of your RNG notes that I have here.
Yeah, that is it. That is absolutely it. So,
would you like to know your total?
I think it's like 4 times I failed, right? Something like that.
What if I told you it was 8?
Then I'd question your judgment.
You'd be right to do so. Because it is 4.
So, before I get into that penultimate boss room, are there any other messages? And has your little challenge been met or not?
Oh, no. What challenge? I don't know what you're talking about. We had to get to 1,800 for that one.
Alright, and any final messages before we go into the ring?
Yeah, well, let's throw out one more final message. I'd like to remind everybody that we have other friends that also host speedrunning competitions. But I'm kind of tired and I can't remember who they are. Chat, have you been paying attention? Can anyone tell me in here who these other speedrunning organizations are?
Right, why?
It's half one.
Why you think that, I need to kind of explain this boss fight before I do it. So, while you can beat this boss with conventional weapons, the optimal way is to use just the knife to hit the valve handles around the room to drop acid on Nemesis 3 times. However, if Nemesis sees you doing it and is not attacking you, it will back away and because he's actually kind of smart and will not get damaged. So I have to use sound cues and other things to basically get Nemesis to get hit 3 times. Once he gets hit 2 times, his head will fall off and the rest of the fight will be easier. So I'm going to need absolute silence for this next bit. Wish me luck. This can go horribly wrong.
Good luck, because you're not getting the silence, because the incentive was indeed hit. So I will finish off those notes by saying that our friends are BSG and NSG, who also show us a lot of continued support, and I'd like to point out that BSG has an upcoming event in January, from January 17th until January 24th. How are you getting on with that, with me interrupting you? How's it going? What was that? What do you mean? What do you mean? Do I have to? Oh, fine. HUD601 is a very, very good streamer. HUDS601 is an excellent Sonic speedrunner, especially of Sonic 3 AIR.
And we did it. So...
Oh, thank God. I honestly don't think I had any more left in me.
So, ironically, this fight was actually perfect on the first 2 hits, but on the third one, I completely whiffed it, and I will fully hold my hands up. That was a skill issue on my part, but I'm so happy that we got the first 2 parts of it absolutely perfect. So I will consider that a good fight.
You done well with the Bobby Noggin in your ear.
Right, we are near the end of the run, but before we do that, we have to do what's known as the wolf line. Go to the right, go to the left, go to the right again. Nearly did the wolf line, but we get through here. Here is using the card. There are 3 zombies. They can get in your way. Please don't get in the way. Thank you. And... Oop. You know what? Just for super duper safety, have another first aid spray.
Warning.
And we have the final zombie in the game, of which I don't think I'm allowed to say... Oh, and I passed him. What the zombie's called. So I will instead say, "You illegitimate child born out of wedlock." If you know what that is, you know. So
it's half one. Can we say it? I'm looking around.
I will.
I think I am the most responsible person here at the moment. That's terrifying. How has this happened?
So, last boss fight of the video game. we start by pushing in the first battery. They are thankfully labeled 1, 2, and 3. However, when you push in 1, that's a rail cannon, by the way. Don't ask how that exists in 1998, the year that this game takes place. This is Final Nemesis. Its hidden HP value, like all other bosses, is 800 HP. You need to reduce its HP to 200 or less before the rail cannon fires and hits the boss to kill it. If you drop it to 0 HP, it will put itself in position to be fired at. So first things first is, we need to push in 2 and 3. While I do that, chat, should Jill give Nemesis stars? I think she should, but let me know what you think.
I think so too. But let's wait to see what everyone else thinks.
Yeah. We push in the third one. So now the rail cannon will start charging up, and then it will just continuously fire until the boss is down. But in order to make this faster, we do have to do a little bit of damage to it. Thankfully, I think I have 12 grenade rounds and a couple of pistol rounds, and then the rail cannon itself does do damage. So it's impossible to soft lock yourself here. Just hope that you're able to get the hits in.
Yoshi, to give him stars, is coming in.
Oh, yes. Excellent. Excellent. Ooh. Nice try, Nemi. Alright, you can hear him charging up. Ow.
Oh, they're coming in fast and loose like himself.
I don't think any of these grenade rounds I've been firing have been hitting, by the way.
Well, that's fun.
Alright, he's coming up now. Yeah, this has not been an ideal final Nemi, but we'll make do. I just want to get him in position so he can actually start getting damaged by the rail cannon. There you go, boom boom. And you know what, let's use my pistol. Oh, I managed to dodge it, nice. Oh, heal. Okay, good. 3, 2, will it kill it? Yes, nice. So, that's it. That's basically the game, so get ready on time. Not just yet. Normally, this is the final live selection you make in game. If you're going for a PB or world record, you have to press the second option to just leave the room immediately so that you can get a time. However, if you're willing to spend 35 extra seconds, let's give the fans what they want, shall we? Let's give Nemesis stars.
Gotta give the people what they want. I hope you weren't.
So for that, it's the top option. Here we go.
You want stars? I'll give you stars.
Oh! There you go. And that's it. So, get ready on time, tech. There are 2 rooms, but they're very quick. Go in here, enter this room, press the button, and then Jill over here. And then as soon as the screen fades to black, time. Woo! Oh, so, okay. So, if tech will allow us, because credits are unskippable here, but they last like 2 or 3 minutes, and not that long, because the IGT will come up at the end. I'm actually very curious about the IGT for this, but RTA 5107, not too shabby. My personal best in IGT time is like 48 something. So a couple of minutes, definitely underestimate as well. Very, very happy about that. That was Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. So while the credits are playing, I might as well do the usual kind of shout-outs and things. First of all, shout-out to my good friend Ruffy Raccoon, who has been sitting out the back there. Hello! He's been very supportive throughout my endeavors, as has all of the members of House Yoshi. Newcomb, we have Midnight and Milo. Much love to the three of you. You've also been very, very supportive to me. Thank you so much to Club 601 and the Arcade. Very awesome communities who don't just do Sonic games, they do all sorts of stuff. You should definitely check them out. Also, shout-outs to Team Fastest Furs, another group that I'm associated with, who are a bunch of furry speedrunners. I'm actually going to be running this very game for them in a couple of weeks when they do a Fastest Furs Fall Fest in mid-October. So if you want to see this run live again, go check them out for that. And words exist, right? Thank you to
Words are
everyone.
tough at this time.
Thanks to everyone here at UKSG, whether you are in the audience, organizers, tech as well. Can we give hands to tech? Because they've been having a whale of a time today, and it's it can be a huge ordeal. But the way they managed to sort of get things around, you know, I've seen much longer downtimes than what we had. So big shouts to them. I'll actually be also doing a little bit of a hosting block tomorrow, around about mid-afternoon, where I'll be looking at, I believe, X-Mutants and Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, so catch me there. I will have to basically go to bed right after this, but I will promise to pay out my dues from this run tomorrow at some point, maybe put it towards an incentive or something. But yeah, no, thank you ever so much. The credits are about to finish, so we will find out our in-game time. Usually, it's not too much different from RTA. I'm expecting maybe 50-something, I would say. Windows version staff. Shout out to the Windows version staff. They and also shout out to Gemini, who did the Gemini Rebirth patch for this and all the other classic games. Very, very good job by them. All right, so presented by Capcom, we are gonna get our IGT, and it is. Oh wow! Okay, that was almost bang on. You know what? It may not have been a PB, but 5106 is still very, very good. Like, I put an estimate of like 57 minutes on there because of all the shenanigans there. Rubble, how much do I have to pay penance to in the end?
You have to pay £12.
No, I think I'll up that a little bit more.
Rounding
But yeah.
it up to 20.
Yeah, go on. Yeah, I'll do that, but I'll do that tomorrow. Anyway, I've rambled on enough. I need to go to sleep. Robble and everyone else needs to as well. So from me, have a very good night, everyone, and we'll see you tomorrow. Robble, any last words from you?
I do. Why don't you tell the people where they can find you before you leave?
That is true, actually. You can,
Socials.
You
Get them out
can
there.
find me twitch.tv/yoshichief and Blue Sky, YouTube, you know, all the same. Yoshichief everywhere. I will be doing more of this and Mario Party stuff and retro achievement things. So yeah, find me over there. Robble, over to you.
Thank you very much, yoshichief. I'd just like to say a massive, massive, massive thank you to Tech, especially Emmy, who has pulled an actual catastrophe back together and got this show on the road. It wouldn't be running without her. This wouldn't be happening right now, and the best we can do is say thank you at this moment. Additionally, thank you to all the runners who, especially all of you who came in under estimate and don't have me up until 2:30 right now. Very, very greatly appreciate it. And before we transition over, anybody that was watching Green remember Thank You Anthony? Anyone remember that? People, leave in a few donations to say thank you, Anthony, for the morning shift. They'll understand. They'll get it. Go, 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 go. Do it. As for me from Blue, I'm Robblehead. You can also find me at robblehead.twitch.tv. I'll see you all tomorrow for day 2. Good night. Have a good sleep. Au revoir.